Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Pavan, an Olympian and beach volleyball world champion and a longtime professional indoor player.
And I'm Adam, former indoor player and coach, current beach volleyball coach, and most importantly, Sarah's husband.
We have arrived at the end of Haikyu season 3. Cheers. Today we're watching season 3 episode 10 called The Battle of Concepts. Last episode, sneaky good. Ushijima made a couple errors. It's just been so back and forth. We are well into overtime here, and we ended the episode with Hinata taking a swing out of the back row in transition for match. Fade to black. They left us on quite the cliffhanger.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I can't throw a prediction out here. He kind of looked like he was under the height of the net when he was contacting the ball. Part of me thinks it might clip the top and the rally continues. But they're going to need to score on one of their transition opportunities soon, or they will have blown too many opportunities.
Hinata had another swing for match earlier before that and got blocked by Tendo, but Kageyama is definitely showing his confidence and his faith in Hinata by continuing to push the sets to him, which I think says a lot.
So here's a question for you. So we talked the other day about like the setter letting the team kind of take all of the credit around him and just making the right sets. Do you think this set by Kageyama is him doing what he thinks will score, or trying to be the star, or run the tricky ball? Do you think it's different, or do you think it was just the right play?
I don't think Kageyama really concerns himself much about like looking like a star.
Okay.
I don't think it really computes for him. I just think he loves volleyball, he loves competing, he wants to win. I don't think that stuff really enters into the equation. I think it was strictly a set of like, I believe Hinata will score this point.
Fair enough. I was just curious because that's a, quote unquote low percentage set probably with a guy who never hits that ball, and it was just.
I mean, they connected well on a couple.
Yeah, fair. It was just something I was thinking about given what we talked about the Shiro Torizawa setter like 2 episodes ago, I think. But I think I'm ready to just dive in and see what happens.
I am not ready to start because it means season 3 will be over, but we need to see what happens here. So let's go. I can't believe it. Season 3, episode 10 of Haikyu is coming right now.
もはや選手交代の手も尽きた。でも今セッターが後衛で前衛の攻撃3枚。後ろには メガネに時間差攻撃は通じない。なら速さで中央突破だ。ここでドセンターかよ。以外の選択肢なし。マイナステンポのバックアタック。
Oh! Stop it!
ここでトスが上がるのは俺じゃない。悔しい。でもこの人のスパイクを見たいとも思うからそれも悔しい。止めます。今日初めて3枚ブロックでストレート。
He is headhunting.
That dig was insane. Oh my gosh. Oh, the older ones!
He knows.
Oh my gosh, I have chills.
Game over. I want to pause it because I want to watch what happens after this, but I also want to talk about this play.
The music is so good.
So good.
R.I.P. music for copyright. I needed to keep that whole play on. We couldn't stop it.
I totally agree.
Okay, so much to unpack here.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Let's roll it way back to Hinata just getting pelted in the
But
What?
let's be honest, he hasn't played defense, he's been subbed out. So he hasn't had to dig anything. And quite frankly, unfortunately speaking from experience, as a middle, when you go in there and you're defending their best hitter straight down the line with no block, like...
He should have hit the floor so much harder than he did though.
That would have been concussion. Like, he would have fallen back, his feet should have been in the air.
Yes.
And he should have landed head first on the floor, concussion style.
Okay, so there's that. Also, Tsukishima, he was like setting the defense up the whole match. Okay, he's like, I know you're gonna score. I know you're gonna score. We're gonna leave you line, leave you line, leave you line. This is the time to switch it up. He has been setting the scene all match for that.
So,
and I have so much respect.
100%. But I have a question for you. When he originally said that before he gave the explanation, I figured it was because Noya was not playing defense there and Hinata wasn't going to make a dig. That's what I thought, because that's what I would do, right? You want to funnel him towards your best blocker, especially if you have a 3-man. So I love that he was setting him up, but I think it also makes a ton of sense to funnel him the other way.
He's like, oh, dang, he just got ripped in the face. Let's close that down.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And then on the flip side, props to Ushijima, for being able to recognize the switch and hit a bomb cross court. That is not easy.
But then
Kageyama's
dig.
Tomahawk above his head.
Oh my gosh, the reflexes on that sharp angle, he was just like, poof. Like, I hope somebody mentions his dig, because that was unreal. And I'm pretty sure the first time I watched it, I was obsessed with the dig too. But then...
Well, hold on.
Okay.
Can we also just talk about Karasuno almost lost both of its first-year players in one round.
Oh, yeah.
That could have been lights out for both of them. Continue.
The visual, okay, of Ushijima just smothering those first years. And then the second and third years being like, you can't hold us down. And they were rising up while the first years were being held down.
Genius.
And then they were the ones who were like covering, keeping the ball alive, making these plays. That image was outstanding.
I expected to see, I think it's called a murder of crows, attacking the eagle. We've seen snippets of it. I figured that would make an appearance in this episode, but him smashing their faces to the ground and them coming out over top, that was incredibly well done. And what a great team dynamic, led by Daichi. Yeah, and so good.
Kageyama went back to Hinata again.
Yeah.
And Hinata slowed down his tempo to mix in with the rest of the team to make it not so obvious and not so easy for the block to set up.
And for those people who haven't blocked against an offense like that, when people change the tempo that frequently, it is so hard to get your timing down and to be paid attention and pressed at the right time. It's a genius adjustment by Hinata, and it's incredibly difficult to defend.
And also a genius observation by Kageyama that Hinata slowed down.
Yeah.
He didn't even communicate it.
Yeah.
Kageyama just made the glance, saw that he wasn't moving at the time he usually does, and was like, oh, okay, he's slowing down. Like, that also is absolutely amazing.
Oh, I completely agree.
Heads up play by Kageyama. He needs to get some credit in that too. And it's not just because I'm a Kageyama fan, it's because, like...
That's impressive.
Wow.
MVP B.
Tsukushima's MVP A.
I agree.
I need to see what Ukai's gonna say. Grandpa.
大きいものが強いのは明確。個を極めるのも強さ。新しい戦い方を探すのも強さ。だからこそ今、多彩な攻撃や守備が生まれている。強さとは実に多彩。かつて名将アリー・セリンジャー監督が言った。未来に発展も変革もないと信じる理由はないのである。
The shine.
My call was probably like committing suicide up there.
あれ、うちの弟なんです。あら、メガネの。
I'm the most happy for him.
さらば俺の楽園。おいスエレさ、立てない。ほらそうよ。
That was an epic match.
Oh.
Don't say anything. He's looking at old Ukai.
There you go.
土壇場でも
It
嫌
was
な偏見。
Kageyama.
さすがお前の弟子だわ。弟子じゃねえし。はあ、そんで気まんつけ。いつもと違うことをやりに来たチビちゃんにちゃんと合わせた。ムカつくほど見えてやがる。
I mean, fair.
Yeah, fair. I like their dynamic though.
Iwa and Okawa.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Yoshimiya gave him that. What do you think of Oikawa's analysis?
It's pretty spot on. He's a smart setter. He pays attention, and I liked his analysis.
Iwazumi isn't as emotionally connected to things, so he's able to be more objective. Whereas Oikawa, whether he wants to admit it or not, is definitely emotionally tied.
And proud.
Proud, and definitely is conducting some comparison between himself and others. So I do enjoy their dynamic of the more feelings based, I don't want to admit things, versus like, no, this is actually what happened.
I mean, his statement of, I hope they both lose, I thought was pretty funny.
But they gave Suki props too. They're like, none of this would have happened if Tsukishima wasn't getting so many touches.
I completely agree with that.
And we got the insight into that plan in that Kageyama was the one who made the switch. So
yeah, I guess I'm used to the libero playing there, so I just assumed that Hinata would be playing there, but then thinking back to the switch, that made sense. Mm-hmm. So I'm happy for them. The feeling you can't describe. You've either experienced it or you haven't. And I am curious to see what the debrief with Shiro Torazawa is, and to see what Ushijima says.
Kenjiro, 大丈夫か?
ちょっと混乱して負けるなんて思わないじゃないですか。
まあ負けると思ってここにいるやつはいないよな。
That's why you win all the time.
Yeah.
頼みます。
約束したんだ。月島、誰が何と言おうと今日はお前が MVP だ。
俺はいつも MVP だから今回は譲ってやるぜ月島。
メンタル MVP は大体お前だな。
That's a legitimate statement.
若年くん、最後ムキになったね。いつもなら立て直すか他に任せる場面だ。ブロックされないかヒヤッとしたよ。
俺はお前より強いと言いたかった。幼稚だろうか。それでも言いたかった。
It's not childish.
人の情熱大陸とか出るときは俺昔の仲間枠で取材 OK だからね。
まあ
牛島さん、クソかっこよかったな。
What's got you?
Just their friendship in that moment.
I think one of the cool things about sports is it has the ability to bring people who would never be friends together. And I've definitely experienced that, and I know you've experienced that. And you look at Tendo's a weird dude. There's no
Ushijima's weird too.
there's no way around it. Yeah, and they've just found a way to understand each other and work towards a goal, and it's a beautiful thing.
Like, I know for me, like, I didn't fit into any group in high school. I was like super athletic, but I was also super academic, but I was also super quiet, and I just didn't fit in anywhere because there was certain aspects of me that just didn't fit into the mold of any group. So I was just the kid that kind of floated with, I had a couple friends and that was it, and just so like I can relate to them, you know?
Well, I think that's true for both of us. I was the kid in the computer lab and playing Magic the Gathering at lunch, but then playing volleyball and playing sports, and you got to see and get to know all kinds of different people. And yeah.
But even Tendo just being like, I know you're gonna make it.
Well, and that was one of the cool pieces, is that everybody knows Ushijima is going to go on and have a career and a future. And I also thought that for him to not have to be like, oh, you should play, you're so, like, he just knows. And it's okay. Yeah. That was a really cool moment.
コンクリート出身日向翔陽影山飛雄次は倒す
絶対同じ舞台まで行ってみせます。
絶対及川さんよりもうまいって言わせます。
I feel like that's the biggest compliment that he could give them.
Yeah, 100%.
Tsuki, 表彰式始まるよ。どうかした？
何本かなんて言っといて止めたのはたった1本だよ。
No, you did so much more than that.
本当かっこ
悪いわけないじゃん。バカなの？いじけてる暇ないよ。全国の前に表彰式。
少女優勝宮城県立烏野高等学校殿。キチームは春の高校バレー全日本バレーボール高等学校選手権大会宮城県代表決定戦において当初の成績を収めたので、その健闘をたたえてこれを表彰します。おめでとう。
両校の健闘をたたえ、また1月に東京体育館で行われる春の高校バレー全国大会での烏野高校の活躍を祈って、会場の皆様今一度大きな拍手をお願いいたします。
行くぞ行くぞ行くぞハイゴー。
この前親戚の男の1歳児がこんなになってんの見たな。
お前ら食うか寝るかどっちかにしろ。
嬉しいです。
先生顔くしゃくしゃだぞ。あとそれ言うの8回目。
すみません。
試合はこいつらが死ぬ気で頑張った。この後は俺たちが大変な番だ。忙しくなるぜ先生。
バレー部全国行くんだって。
お前ら見に行かなかったろ。すごかったんだぜ。
うちのダンバレはもともと強豪なんだよ。そうなの？
バレー部って3年にめっちゃ怖い人いるよな。2年に
あ、そう。
ヤンキーみたいな人いるだろ。大丈夫かよ。
マネージャーの人すごい美人なんだよ。
マジで？
全国大会ってどこでやるの？
東京体育館。すげえだべー。
Big man on campus, Hinata.
見事に浮かれてる。
ヒナタも行くの？
当然。
Are you going?
荷物持ったりすんだよ。買い出しとか洗濯とか。
怖い人たちのパシリか。
俺は試合に出るんです。おお頑張れ。信じてねえな。
Poor guy.
とか何書いてある？
Oh, I can't catch a break.
バレー部のポスターのラフ。へえ。次移動だよ。先行ってんね。ミス、すぐ行く。大変だな。そういうのもマネージャーの仕事なんだ。そう。でもなんか楽しそうだ。
Oh, come on. She's so sweet.
京の代表はこれから決まるんですよね。
ああ、東京は一次予選で4校まで絞られてて、11月に代表決定戦だったと思う。
確か猫間も袋谷も残ってたな。
東京の4校に残るってすげえよな。改めて俺たちやべえやつらと合宿やってたんだな。
猫間倒せな、影山。
猫間が代表枠に残ればな。
来るに決まってんだろ。もう一回がない試合やるぞ、春高で。
Alright.
Good feel good episode at the end. Wrap up the details.
Yeah, so Fukurodani, Nakoma have a chance to be there as well. We know Karasuno's going to nationals now. Yes. I like that they wrapped it up. I like that it was just like a nice kind of cruise through the end. I needed that. I couldn't take any more feelings and drama.
Yeah, it was. The end is kind of what I expected. You see them. I think it's hilarious that Hinata's not getting any credit from his peers.
Oh my god, I do feel bad for him for that. Like, he does play a big role in the team, and
it's kind of on brand.
Yeah.
And yeah, so what is what month is it now, and how long do they have before nationals?
I think it's the fall. Or maybe they're in the summer now. And so they've got like a pretty decent amount of time because nationals is in January.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure we have a bonus scene, so let's check it out.
武田先生、お電話です。凱旋2番です。
はい、お電話変わりました。武田です。はい。あ、はい。お世話になっております。はい。はい。え？
Who wants to practice with them?
何やってんのあいつら。アルコーのパンフ用にスパイクの最高到達点測ってんだって。
Yes.
さすが全国。
影山。
おお。
337センチ。
今んとこ影山がトップか。
で、残すはあと一人。
次、日向。
He's obviously gonna win.
何センチ？何センチだ？待ってろよ。
Little lower. He's like, yes.
That's a big honor.
That's a very big honor. And I can think of somebody who's probably a little upset.
Oikawa?
Hinata.
Do you think so?
Did you see the way he was looking at him? Like, I want to go.
Well, of course he wants to go. I don't think he's...
Not that he's mad at Kageyama
Oh, okay.
for going, but like, he probably feels like he deserves to go too.
Maybe. Maybe. I doubt it was even on his radar, to be honest.
Well, I don't think it was on Kageyama's radar either. Did you see his reaction? He was like stunned.
Fair. Stunned that he got the invitation maybe in that way, but he would be aware of the national team, of the program. Like, he's a volleyball nut.
Fair.
So, I actually think I'm surprised Tsukishima didn't get a nod to go.
He didn't really come out into his own until that last match, though. Like, people have been watching Kageyama for a while.
Fair enough. If he continues to play like that at Nationals, maybe next year.
Fair. I do think we have one more bonus scene.
じゃあ引き継ぎは以上で、あと何かあるやつは。
いいか。
おお。
川西。
はい。
天道亡き後。
若年君、それ死んだ時の言い方。
お前がブロックの要だ。もっと自信を持っていい。それとサーブを強化しろ。
はい。
調べ。
はい。
今後のチームの組み立てはお前にかかっている。うちに弱いスパイカーはいない。きっちり生かしてやれ。
はい。
梅田。
はい。
お前はフォームを安定させろ。なんとなくで練習するなよ。
はい。
湯の浜。
はい。
もっとブロックの反応を早く。
はい。
全員分言うつもりか。
お前は
珍しいの。
っていうかよく見てたね。
はい。
いいだ。
はい。
レシーブ、ブロック、メンタル。はい。課題を上げたらキリがない。はい。エースだなんて大口を。俺が。
五色。
はい。
頼むぞ。
はい。ありがとうございました。
ありがとうござい
ました。ほらほらほら、泣いてんじゃないよ。そんなんじゃチームを引っ張っていけないよ。
よし、じゃあ100本サーブだな。
やっぱ俺たちもやんの？
どっちでもいいと思うぞ。
はあ、俺ジャンプサーブじゃなくてよかった。
Almost got misty-eyed.
Really? Oh my gosh.
I love that he has, even though he doesn't show it, the emotional intelligence to handle Goshiki correctly. That was the best thing he could have said to him.
Yeah. He definitely comes across as like being super confident and stuff, but he is obviously, from what we've seen, very self-critical, and like to have more criticism piled on, like he's gonna work hard, so to get that encouragement probably goes so far for him.
Yeah, especially from the person he wants to replace. And I love that he wants to leave his program in a better place.
Oh, yes.
He is the definition of a captain. And then I'm out, but I'm going to do my 100 serves.
Oh.
Like, just to set the final example.
Yep.
I mean...
Like, this is the standard that we operate in here.
Yeah. And don't forget it. I love that.
Season 3, ladies and gentlemen.
What a banger.
What did you think?
Oh, it was great.
What's your favorite season so far?
Oh, don't do that to me on the spot. I gotta
I'll
think.
let him think about it.
I gotta think. Yeah, well, bonus content.
I can't believe we made it to the end of season 3. Like, that match is so good. Karasun was going to nationals. Like, what else is there to say? We have soaked up every minute, I think, and that bonus scene was the perfect way to finish.
It was just so much fun to watch.
Yeah, it was. We would love to hear your thoughts, so please be sure to let us know what you're thinking in the comments below. If you are wanting to watch more anime with us, be sure to check out my anime channel, Sarah Pavan Anime, where we have dove into other anime. We're experts now, basically. And as always, we'd be so excited if you would like this video, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned because season 4 is coming very soon. I can't even believe it. Thanks, guys. I love you.